Stripping Earth 2 Civilians. Thank you so much for joining the Earth 2 Pioneer YouTube channel. My name is Jarm Flakris, and the following video is about civilians in Earth 2. More precisely, civilians' lore, occupations, and fractions. If you're unfamiliar with Earth 2, please watch my other videos. You'll get a quick insight, as Earth 2 is my only subject. I tend not to talk much and digress from the subject, so you may get what you expect. In this video, I will not cover the technical side of Earth 2 related to civilians or how to manage them, but rather another aspect, civilians' lore, occupations, and fractions. As per the vocabulary definition, lore is defined as a body of traditions and knowledge on a subject or held by a particular group, typically passed from person to person by word of mouth. In short, in Earth 2, civilians' lore covers their history, which was just invented for the purpose of gaming, for gamers to connect with the game. This immediately makes me think of Earth 2 as a game, and I believe that this would make the same feeling for anyone new to Earth 2. I'm not sure if the lore will help gamers to connect with Earth 2 as a game, but it will certainly not help me to connect Earth 2 with a metaverse and see it as such. There is an introductory video to Civilians by Shane Isaac, where he talks about civilians. The whole story about how civilians came up is so imaginative but boring, and I don't get how this is metaverse related. It has been so unappealing to me that it made me think Earth 2 will never get to be more than a game like any other, but as a dedicated person as I am, this did not make me think of quitting. I can only hope not to regret it. Ignoring civilians' background story, let's move to their occupations and how this impacts us as users. At the moment of publishing this video, there are 5 different occupations among civilians: Ether Reckoner, Sidroid Technician, Raid Commander, Data Analyst, and Sidroid Pilot. The last 2 occupations are not yet available. Currently, players can synthesize a maximum of 5 civilians for any property with 4 or more tiles, and Shane mentioned that these numbers may change. Again, something that is not defined and left to be figured out later. It does not surprise me why some very loud critics are out there about Earth 2, but again, this does not make me think of quitting. I will not go into detail about each occupation as I am thinking of publishing a series of videos for each occupation and future updates to each of these. At last, we came to factions, and if this is not a blood red flag, I don't know what it is, and I'm saying it only in terms of the promised metaverse. There will be 3 factions: the Space Force faction, the Rebel Force faction, and the faction of ancient Egyptian gods. I can't believe it, but guess what? There is a perfect game called EVE Online for anyone thirsty for space, faction, and futuristic games. EVE Online is a free MMORPG sci-fi strategy game where you can embark on your own unique space adventure. Believe me, it is addicting. Again and again, no matter how hard I try, I don't see how civilians are adding value to Earth 2 as a metaverse platform, except if Earth 2 is a game and we have not yet been told that because we are expected to spend more money on land tiles. Civilians are a tiny part of Earth 2, but even then, if this is where Earth 2 is heading, one can wonder if this is what you expect from the mother of all metaverse platforms. No, of course not. If we exclude the economy and trading part, why not play any other game? There are so many advanced games that are a billion years ahead of Earth 2, and guess what? You can play right now and not wait for who knows how long. Perhaps there are different definitions of the metaverse, and my definition is not even close to what Earth 2 team is developing. And the day I find out this is the case, I'll say goodbye to Earth 2 for sure. If Earth 2 were marketed as the game, I wouldn't have to say anything about it, but since I hear one thing said and the other thing being done, it just makes me not find any sense. I sincerely hope that videos like this one will help everyone interested in Earth 2 come up with their own conclusions and decisions regarding potential financial involvement without diminishing the importance and value of the time spent on something that no one seems to grasp fully. Feel free to leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your feedback and answer your questions. Please consider subscribing as I will share more information about Earth 2, including and not limited to news, comments, reviews, how-tos, and my own experience within the Earth 2 realm. See you in my next video.